McGraw-Hill Professional presents the Drucker Lectures, Essential Lessons on Management, Society, and Economy, written by Peter F. Drucker, edited and with an introduction by Rick Wartzman, narrated by Tim Lundeen. Introduction. You can picture him, perched on the edge of a classroom table, peering through thick glasses at the students who hang on his every word. His baritone voice washes over the room, his Austrian accent as thick as a Sachertorte. He doesn't refer to any written notes, but every now and again his eyes roll back in his head and he pauses, almost like a computer downloading a store of information, before returning to his point and underscoring it with a new set of facts and figures. His protean mind meanders from topic to topic, a discussion on cost accounting bleeding into a riff on Mesopotamian city-states, before he veers into a lesson on the history of higher education or healthcare. But somehow, he magically ties it all together in the end. In his hands, discursiveness becomes a fine art, and he delivers the entire talk with charm and humor and a genial style that, as one pupil has put it, recasts the chilly lecture hall to the size and comfort of a living room. Peter Drucker, widely hailed as the greatest management thinker of all time, is best known for the 39 books he wrote. Among them are such classics as Concept of the Corporation, 1946, The Practice of Management, 1954, The Effective Executive, 1967, Management, Tasks, Responsibilities, Practices, 1973, Innovation and Entrepreneurship, 1985, and Management Challenges for the 21st Century, 1999. But those who had the pleasure of attending a Drucker lecture before he died in 2005, just shy of his 96th birthday, got to see another side of him. Featuring lectures from the dawn of the television age straight through to the Internet age, from World War II to the aftermath of September 11, 2001, from the ascent into office of Chiang Kai-shek to the emergence of China as a global economic power, this book is designed to provide a taste of what that was like. Drucker can be humble and self-deprecating in his comments, variously conceding, "I don't even know where to begin," and "I know I don't make sense." But mostly he is authoritative, speaking in absolutes. Not one government program since 1950 has worked, he declares in a 1991 address at the Economic Club of Washington. He can be shockingly bold. For example, in a 2001 lecture, Drucker goes so far as to call W. Edwards Deming, the quality guru, totally obsolete. He can also push too far, suggesting in a 1997 speech on the changing world economy that it is anybody's guess whether there will be a united Canada in 10 years. Many of these lectures are notable for their erudition. An offhand reference to an 18th century politician or a 19th century novelist is not uncommon. At the same time, Drucker was never one to lose his head in the clouds. "Will you please be terribly nuts and bolts focused in your questions?" he requests at the end of a lecture at New York University in 1981, "because we have dealt in the stratosphere much too long." Those acquainted with Drucker's oeuvre will find many familiar themes here. Managing oneself, the value of volunteering, the need for every organization to focus on performance and results. At times, he'd use his lectures to test out ideas that would later find their way into print, the classroom serving as a kind of petri dish for his prose. If there is a single subject that threads through this book, it is one that Drucker spent the last half-century of his career contemplating: the historic shift from manufacturing to knowledge work. In these lectures, Drucker explores the implications of engaging our brains instead of our brawn, from a variety of angles. He starts in 1957, where his remarks to an international management conference contain one of his earliest known references to people who work by knowledge. Yet there are also plenty of fresh insights, and more than a few surprises, to be found.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?